Ha! Ha! Hello. Oh, I got a bunch for y'all today. I got a whole bunch for y'all today. Y'all are gonna be full when I get done because I'm just gonna be dropping edutainment like the Germans blitzing London. So that's a lot. Hello, Grand Madam. Hello, Groovy. What's up? What's good? Glad to see y'all. Got a lot. I got a whole lot. Y'all can't see my table here, but it's full of action figures because I got a lot of different action figure subjects, I guess you could call it. Action figure projects that I've been working on that I got done, but needed to do something else with them. A lot of stuff is going on. Diabolical, what's good, man? What's good? Y'all up in this piece. DOB in the building. Look at y'all. Like it. Give me them thumbs. Give me them thumbs. Appreciate y'all being up in here because folks is trying to jack my Thursday night spot. I saw that. Y'all ain't gotta say nothing. I already know. I got the remedy. Y'all. Y'all are the remedy. As long as I got all these folks that rock with me every week, I'm good. And y'all can tell a couple folks and then they come rock with me because there's some people I was talking to today and they like, I was curious. You never tell us when you going live. So, okay. I put it on Twitter. I put it on Facebook. Forgot to put it on Instagram. But nah, you ain't missed nothing, Theo. You ain't missed nothing, Theo. I only been on 2 minutes and 12 seconds. It ain't just got here. We just pulled up. As soon as I got into the live, boom, y'all was there already. Do I have a waiting room? Cause y'all was like, bam. I ain't gonna lie though. It was about 5:35. So maybe like y'all was waiting, or maybe you ready yet. I'm ready now. No, I'm not saying you, Theo. Some other folks is trying to do videos to your heart's content. That's all good. I'm just saying, if you putting your live 30 minutes before mine or 30 minutes after mine, and you know where my time slot is, and you know what I'm saying. Random lives is one thing, but just you try to come in every week and get the spot. Nah, I'm telling all y'all now. Don't come in Thursday. Thursday, my spot. Damn it. I like Thursday. Look and see who's doing a live right now at this very second. At this very second. Some folks you subscribe to is like, bam, I'm going live. You know what? We about to blow them out the water. Okay? It don't even matter who. I ain't gonna make it about that unless other folks make it about that. I ain't salty about it. It's just, I'm firing a shot in the air right now. Y'all know what that means, right? You fire a shot in the air. It's like, all right. I see you over there in the corner. It's all good though. Man, it got super hot out of nowhere, man. The weather was like dreary and overcast, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just like boom, it just went. You know what I'm saying? Insane. You know what I mean? Just insanely hot. I went outside, and the difference between the heat on the front side of the house versus out on the deck, extreme. Bruh, I was out front. I was sitting on the porch out front, and the sun is just beaming down directly, and there's like metal siding on my house. Not a not a good move, y'all. Not a good move at all. Okay, looking for my officials, because I know it's a few of y'all that are going to appreciate what I am getting ready to do and what I'm getting ready to talk about and what I'm getting ready to show y'all tonight. That's weird. It's some How is it more? How is it? I guess it's more. It can be more likes in here than people, I guess. Man, yeah, been real hot down. Well, it's always hot in GA, diabolical. I get right. And when it ain't flooding or hurricaning or something. See, you know it's hot, man, when your lips sweating. You sweating right up under here, right up under here. It's sweaty. Yeah, man. It's you bet y'all didn't know it could get that hot in Alaska, huh? All right. I see about 5 of y'all are present. Somebody said something to me the other day about I don't do action figurines on DC characters, only Marvel ones. Obviously, those people do not watch my action figurines. I do action figuring on whatever action figure I want to do action figuring on, whether that's NECA, whether that's Hasbro, whether that's McFarlane, or any other toy company. If you got a dope toy and I like the way that toy looks or that action figure looks, I'm gonna do action figuring on it. What can I say about that? And like I said, for you folks that said your man don't collect DC figures, okay? I actually have 2 Flashes. This is my favorite Flash because he's got that smirk. I like that smirk he has on his face, and he'll get down. He'll get down into the run pose. You know what I mean? He's fully posable when it comes. You know what I'm saying? You could put him in that run pose. You know what I mean? See what I'm saying? He'll get in that pose. If I really want to get him into it, you know what I'm saying? We could lean him forward and have him doing that. You know what I'm saying? So he's mad posable. You know what I mean? I got DC. What y'all talking about? I got DC. They like, well, that's only one action figure. This one was sitting up there for the longest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's one of 3 John Stewarts I have. So your boy's doing DC. Your boy's doing DC. Just calm down, y'all. Already looking better than Ezra Miller running. Exactly. That's my whole point. I even do custom ones. I ain't got it right here in front of me right now, but this is what I wanted to show y'all. I wanted to show y'all a couple of my customs that are works in progress. Okay, so don't forget, like Erykah Badu say, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my ish. All right, over here, this is a custom I've been working with. I call her Hottie. I'm gonna put some flame highlights on her. If you look real close, she's got a little bit of glitter paint. If you look at the back of the head there, I hit her with the yellow glitter and there's red glitter. There's a couple little spots I got to touch up, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying, she good to go. For those of you with a good eye, you can see that is a singularity figure from the A-Force pack. Surprise! Now you recognize it, huh? You're like, wow, you did your thing with it. Okay, I gotta just get that little touch up and then seal it. And then baby girl gonna be good to go with the Blaze faction. The Blaze faction is one of the super groups that I have on Earth 1985. So the Blaze faction? Who is the Blaze faction, you might ask? Okay, let me make some room. They some folks you might recognize. You know what I'm saying? You might recognize that guy right there. He is a member of the Blaze faction. That's Sunfire. For those of y'all that don't know, you know, he is a member of the Blaze faction. And of course, how you gonna have a Blaze faction without having the Blaze factor? Well, I wouldn't necessarily call him the Blaze factor so much as I would. Now pull him out the plastic here and show him off a little bit. So much as that guy right there, Fire Lord. He is the leader of the Blaze faction. He's kind of a hothead, you know what I'm saying? But that's part of the difference between Pyrrhus Krill of the 616 and this Pyrrhus Krill. So, hey Keita, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing, young lady? Just showing everybody now. As far as custom go, this ain't done yet because the paint job is ew. It keeps not doing what I want it to do, but yeah, that is my triathlon. That's almost done. I'm gonna redo that symbol on his chest. Yeah, see, and I keep it separate. Put a little piece of tape back there in the back. You know what I'm saying? To keep that line separate. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna give him a touch up and you know what I mean, and glaze him, and he should be ready to go. Cold Tiger in the building, round. Okay, that was my I'm showing them my customs, what I'm doing with my customs. So y'all know, so y'all know I ain't sitting around just wasting my time. Okay. Count Nefaria. Quite proud of that. Now, here's the thing. Hasbro, why don't we have a Count Nefaria figure? And see now, I'm not sure if I want to do that or pop that cape off and throw the wire one on him. You know what I'm saying? There go the wire cape. Now that's how the wire cape look on him. So which one would y'all? That's already looking better. Okay. All right. There you go. Count Nefaria. That looks about done, huh? Okay. All right. All right. All right. There you go. Special custom right here. Now I know she got two different. I ain't finished. She got two shades of brown. I see she kind of light skinned and like she got vitiligo in the face. Arms a little skinny, but I can't do nothing about that. That is the what is it, third sister from the Star Wars figure. I did a little touching up on her, and we're gonna make her custom Fangsbane, a character of my own creation, patterned after my child. And that's my customs. All right, we're gonna get into some talking points here because I know y'all don't want to sit around and be bored with my custom figures all day. They all over the table, man. Jeffrey Lane in the building. All right, check it out, y'all. Y'all heard that song, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, Getting Down Ain't Nothing But a Thing. This is not that conversation, so get your dirty mind out the gutter. Kamoyo said, Count Nefaria and Graviton are two of the Gucciest villains out there. Oh, almost forgot. My custom Moses Magnum. Look at that head sculpt, bro. You see who that is? You see who that is? Yeah, that's Wesley. That's Wesley. I got a Wesley head sculpt. So I'm gonna make Wesley Snipes gonna be my Moses Magnum. MCU, if y'all listening, I gotta, paint the red highlights in there. But for the most part, Wes is my Moses Magnum, bro. So there you go. Y'all need to get on that. I'll writer strike, SAG after. I don't care. Y'all need to get on that. But anyway, like I was saying, age ain't nothing but a number. Oh, you really gonna flip out, Kamoyo, when I show you the Black Avengers later on. You're gonna be like, oh my God. But keep it calm. I'm gonna keep it calm. We're gonna get to it. Edutainment is what I do. You can't just throw it all out there at once. You got to give them enough, make them savor it. Anyway, like I was saying, as far as age, I hear it looks good with the blonde hair. Oh, Grand Madam. Oh, like Simon Phoenix. Okay. Okay. Okay, you just inspiration. So when you see it, you can go, I gave him that idea. Yeah. I like that. Thank you, Queen. Thank you very much. Age. We hear the saying age ain't nothing but a number, but like I was saying, the disconnect between old and young, experience, quote unquote, versus experiencing. See what I'm getting at? Now, here's what I'm talking about. How many people got food? It's enough. How old were you? And y'all can answer in the comment. You can answer in the chat. How old were you? Well, you ain't got to tell me the age, but around what age? You middle age, elementary school? You can say it like that. What age were you when you first heard the song Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud? How around about what age were you around when you first heard the song? I can tell you I ain't ashamed to say so. I about 7. About 7, 8 years old when I first heard it. Okay. Kamoyo Kid said he was 6 when he first heard the song. Anybody else? You ain't gotta give an age. You just say the era. You know what I mean? Black Jeezy in the building. What's up? Jeezy said he was in elementary school when he first heard the song Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. Nobody else? Oh, Grand Madam Tarot. That would put you round about middle school. Okay, 13. Yeah, round about middle school, roundabout. Okay, that's 3 people. Kamoyo said it was years after it came out. I was born to say, yeah. Diabolical said elementary. I'm getting at that, Kamoyo. I'm getting at that. That's what the crux of this conversation is. Okay, so varying ages. Now, here comes the tweet. Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud came out in 1968. I don't think but one person who said something. Well, I ain't gonna put nobody on blast, but I will say not many people who answered can say they heard that song when it first came out. Now, what I'm getting at is there is experiencing something and having experience in something. Neither one are bad. You know what I'm saying? But oftentimes, people who have experience in something tend to lord it over people who are experiencing it. Does that make sense? I give you another example. Rapper's Delight. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. Now me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. That old chestnut. Yeah, that one. 79, somewhere thereabout. Okay. Now, a lot more of us in the chat can say, I experienced that song. I was there when that song went nationwide. I saw the birth and proliferation of hip hop music versus somebody who hears Rapper's Delight in 2002. Now, not everybody who first heard Rapper's Delight in 2002 was like, oh, that's old stuff. Because before you say that, in 2002, I was playing Rapper's Delight for my kids because I wanted them to experience the music. Now, their experience isn't going to be the same as my experience. Whether they're experiencing it out of reference for me, whether they're experiencing it out of curiosity, whether they're experiencing it because they just want to be trendy. Same thing when Michael Jackson died. My children knew very little of Michael Jackson prior. Well, I take that back. My two youngest children knew very little of Michael Jackson prior to him passing. You see what I'm saying? Because my oldest was born in 89. So Michael Jackson was still, you know what I mean? And into the 90s. So she was able to experience Michael Jackson on some level. The other two, stories and legends of the king of pop, and he was touching children and all of that type of the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And a lot of reason they got it filtered. At least I believe they got it filtered because they got it through the internet. They had to Google a lot of it. Or Michael Jackson was an assignment at school or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way. Like Richard Nixon was an assignment at school when I was in school, but my mother's like, F Richard Nixon. You know what I mean? So when Ronald Reagan came into office, I experienced that same experience she experienced with Richard Nixon, but except with Ronald Reagan. If that makes sense to you. Now, I know what you're saying. D-Real, what in the actual hell does this have to do with the price of tea in China? Okay. My experience with T'Challa, the Black Panther, began in earnest 74, 75, somewhere around that time. Jungle Action came out in 72. I wasn't on it till 75. So everything before what I read, I had to go back and backtrack. That means I had to go back and backtrack to T'Challa's experiences with the Avengers, which led me to backtrack to T'Challa's experiences with the Fantastic Four. So I got a better understanding of the character. I experienced that character in my own way. But I was always thirsting for more. See what I'm saying? So, to you people who are experiencing T'Challa post 2016, I'm not scoffing at your experience. But what I am saying is you got a spoonful and there's a whole pot over here. See what I'm saying? You got you a spoonful of T'Challa. That's good. Oh, it's a whole pot over here. Come eat. Come eat. The animated experiences, the comic book experiences, all of that rounds that character out for you. You don't just get this telescope view of T'Challa. And a lot of people are swimming around with that view. Go get some more. Do you know what that is? Do you know what that book is? That is issue number 1 of Panther's Prey. Do you know what Panther's Prey is about? Did you know that the same people that did Jungle Action did Panther's Prey? You never know that if you don't dive off into it and search on your own. Right? Yeah. So I try not to. I might do it sometimes, but I try not to scoff at people's experiences, except when you go on to social media or anywhere else trying to argue with people with your 2016 and beyond experience. Ta-Nehisi Coates is the first Black Panther comic book you read. Do you know there's a crap ton of Black Panther comic books for you to read? There are a crap ton. My man Theo did a video on it, like thousands of appearances. This man done been all in comics, mad cameos, mad cameos. Hey, Paul Martin. So what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Go get that experience. What we got here? Come on, your kids say around 84, 85, older cousin read comics. Okay, that's a lot of our introduction. My older brother read comics before I did, and he gave me all of his comics, and I'm just like, what you get either way for? This a whole thing for me. Theo said they don't know. A lot of them don't. And bear in mind, I'm not scoffing at the fact that a lot of people don't know. I'm just saying, excuse me, go and get that experience yourself. A lot of you folks are Christians. The Bible says, study to show yourself approved. You can't come into a lot of y'all be on X, Twitter, whatever it is, fighting. And I'm sad to say some of y'all, not nobody here, but some of them don't know. And we got to bring them up to speed too, because we can't have nobody thinking they got knowledge and they erroneously are giving out, you know what I'm saying, the wrong information. Make sense? They don't even know about Anna Senti. They don't even know about Don McGregor. They don't even know about Dennis Cowan. Now, this is my segue. Since I'm talking about T'Challa, this is my segue. Well, let me read Kamoyo's statement, then I'm a segue. Fandom is an ongoing thing. You go forward and at times back with your favorite characters. Yes, But ultimately, once you went forward, backwards, and in between, at some point, you're going to reach a level where nothing anybody says makes you go, I got to go back and research that. Or, yeah, I knew that. Been knowing that. I've been doing that for decades. You'll get to a point eventually where that's what you're saying about your favorite character. Just like there's people in here, y'all probably like DC, and you can spout out your love for, I've seen every Wonder Woman story, and I've seen every Superman story, and I've seen every Batman story, and I've seen every Captain America story, to the point where no one can tell you about your character. That's not only have you experienced that character, you now have experience with that character. You're qualified to talk to people. You may not know everything, because there's people out here, so they want you to know the minute, tiny, teeny, tiny details. And if you don't know the minute, teeny, tiny details, you're no master. Man, before Bruce Leroy got the glow, was he a punk? No. Bruce Leroy was still a bad mofo without the golden glove. Ooh, that rhyme, Barnes. But anyway, he got to that level. It took him being challenged, though. It took him being, somebody coming at him like, hey, you Leroy. It took somebody coming at him, and him being on his own constant quest to elevate his game. So with T'Challa, bearing in mind, when y'all out here Xing it up, make sure you can touch some actual factuals and bust somebody upside the head with some stuff they ain't heard before. That being said, vibranium weave. Now, one of my homegirls, Jessica, she said she was going to join me for the live to find out what vibranium weave is. We were talking on social media, and she said vibranium weave. and it's a sister. She's a beautiful sister. And she said vibranium weave. And I'm like, no, it's not that kind of weave. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine the sisters walking around with vibranium weave? Gonna be kind of hard to lace front that, y'all. Gonna be kind of hard to lace front that. Graham Adams said, every time I hear that, I hear vibration weed. You know what? I could speak on that, but I'm not. Let's just stay on vibranium weed. Let me see here. Bam. How they quoting Priest, but don't mention Casper Cole. How indeed, my brother. Paul Martin said I was first exposed to Black Panther and Marvel Triple Action Avengers reprints. Vibration weave. Vibranium weave would make some of them even more hard-headed. Ba-da-bum. Psst. I saw you. That's a motherfucking dad joke if I ever heard one. Oh, goodness. By it's never mind. Anyway, understanding because I do edutainment, is what I'm going to tell you about. Okay. The definition of the word weave. We ready? Also, I did a video on T'Challa and the vibranium weave. Now, I'm gonna get a little deeper than I did in this video. Weave. Fabric or a fabric item made by interlacing long threads passing in one direction with others at a right angle. That is the literal definition of weave. Okay? To include an element of in something. Okay. So you are taking actual cloth fabric and interweaving it with another fabric. And that is how the Black Panther habits are made. If you weave Kevlar into canvas, does that make it bulletproof? Or do you have to do more than just weave it in there? See, this all goes back to what I call suspending your belief. When you try to make stuff too scientific and 100% explainable, you water it down. Theoretically, a vibranium weave, and bear in mind, we're talking about Wakandan vibranium weave. It's gotta be, because we know what happens with Antarctic vibranium, right? If you didn't watch the video, it's still up right now. And I do briefly touch on Antarctic vibranium and its origins. So, wow, y'all. Everybody coming with the jokes. Run Camoyo runs. It's Paul Martin. Grand Madam Tarot said vibranium. That would make a nice lace front. No glue necessary. Right. Now, bearing in mind, too, that Wakandans have vibranium interlaced in their bodies, would that help to make something more resistant to damage? It is vibranium weave, and if you reinforce vibranium weave in what's technically a vibranium person, maybe that is why T'Challa can still do what he does, even though in the Christopher Priest run, he got his vibranium suit tore up while he was fighting with Killmonger. A la Gentle, says Cold Tiger. Yes, a la Gentle. Give Gentle a habit and see what he does. Mr. Fat, welcome. And your question, is it a question? Do you think that there should be a redone version of Don McGregor's Jungle Action Run to help incorporate all the BP characters that were introduced after it, like Hunter and Shuri, etc.? That is a extremely good question. If you let Don McGregor do it. You know what I mean? I get, where you're going. If you let Don McGregor do it, Yes. Yes. I would be 100 freaking percent for updating or retconning, long as you don't take nothing away from the key elements of his story that made that story great. Paul Martin said, why did Cage's gold shirt get ripped to shreds from bullets kind of irked me less than Black Panther's suit getting torn. Why did Cage's gold shirt getting ripped to shreds from bullets kind of irked me less than Black Panther's suit getting torn? Well, because in the 70s, they wanted to show you, whether you understood it or not, at least what I got out of it, they wanted to show you that T'Challa was a tough human being. Go throughout the jungle action run, and look how many times T'Challa gets tied up or chained up or trussed up, only to break free eventually. Might have a lot of meanings. Could mean, us as people on the continent of Africa, breaking chains, all of those kind of esoteric references. In essence, it can have more than one meaning other than what you're reading and seeing on the page, if you take it that way. Hence the essence or the beginnings of things like Afrofuturism. Yeah. I feel like that run was seminal to helping that movement grow and proliferate. And I can pronounce it as Shango. Shango. Okay. Well, I'm gonna call you Shango. There you go. Damn, never thought about that tough perspective you saw in Black Panther. Well, I mean, it was either that, Shango, or you looked at it and went, wow, T'Challa gets his ass kicked a lot. Nobody looks at it like that when Wolverine gets the shit beat out of him and takes the damage. We go, he's tough because he's got a healing factor. And both characters around the same time frame. You know what I'm saying? 73, 74. That was around the same time Giant Size X-Men. So it is what it is. You can take it that way if, that's what I'm saying. Science. You're letting science dictate who's tough and who's not tough. That's just the intestinal fortitude thing to me. If you could take getting burnt on a cross, if you could take damn near drowning while getting tied to a water wheel, if you could take getting tied, bleeding and bloody with thorns in you, in some thorns, and break loose from that stuff, and still have the energy to fight a whole damn pteranodon, yeah, T'Challa's tough. T'Challa's tough as hell. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be tied to no thorns with lizards crawling on my face and thorn bushes in my body and break loose and fight a pteranodon. I don't think I'd be able to do it. Not without more than some heart-shaped herb. I'm gonna need a little more than that. Fight a whole dinosaur. And he fought what, like 3, 4 dinosaurs and an alligator and a rhino during that run. Tell me T'Challa ain't tough. T'Challa's tougher than most. Anyway, Moyo said that was a running gag to have black men in ripped clothing. It felt like an exploitation trope. Yeah, because Luke Cage's shirt was getting torn every month, just like Paul Martin said. I'm like, bruh, you wearing tights in that sissified looking yellow shirt, but you complaining about not having, I don't want to wear no uniform. What the hell was that shit you was wearing? That's a uniform, bruh. You put it on every time you go into action. Yellow shirt. Now it's just a yellow t-shirt. I guess figure if I'm going to get my shirt tore up, it might as well be a shirt that look good getting tore up. I don't know. It all boils down to people not knowing how to write characters. He can still be bulletproof and still be what he is without getting his shirt ripped to shreds. And why not just go to Reed Richards. Take your Gordon Gartrell to Reed Richards and have it treated with unstable molecules. Take your polo shirt to Reed Richards. Take your Gucci shirt to Reed Richards. Take your Versace shirt to Reed Richards and just get that joint treated with unstable molecules. Problem solved. Okay. What we got here? Paul Martin said, when I was young, I guess I had a double standard for black superheroes. I like human level heroes like Dee and Bats. Wanted stronger black heroes. Now we got that. Shango said, wait, the break loose stuff. Jason Aaron did that in his Avengers run during the Moon Knight take over the world scenario. Yeah, he did. He had a chain around his neck and snap. Yeah, I remember that. Kamoyo Kid, vibranium hair and teeth would be a black-owned business by default. If you toss the wig like Okoye, you could hurt somebody. Wait, it's bulletproof. I've had to put y'all in my improv group for real. Kimoyo said the most tedious comic book character is Street Clothes Man. Shango said, where would you go with direction of T'Challa's character if you were in control of BP? If somebody don't do it sooner than later, we're gonna have to address that intergalactic empire of Wakanda. We're gonna have to address that intergalactic empire of Wakanda. What's going on? That's one thing. And I'd take T'Challa on a whole, we go on a whole adventure of that system. You know what I mean? We check them all out. What's going on? Since I'm here to survey my lands, you know what I'm saying, and do a little tour. And whatever you run into, you run into. Black Panther on a galactic level. Who knows? T'Challa might just ascend to another level like Midnight, Shang-Chi's brother, like Midnight did when they made him what was the character's name? He got exposed to Kree technology. You know, he did martial arts. Midnight, did they call him Midnight Sun or Midnight Star or not Midnight Star? Somebody tell me in the comments what was Midnight's name after he became super powerful and could go at it with Silver Surfer. Love to see a rematch between the Silver Surfer and T'Challa with his, amp to a higher level, strength and durability wise. Midnight Sun. Thank you, Paul Martin. I know. See, because that's what they call Alaska, the land of the midnight sun. So I'm like, Midnight Sun? No, that doesn't make any sense. But I guess it does. Yeah, let's see T'Challa get enhanced to a level like that. That would be fun. And have him and Silver Surfer kind of square off for old time's sake. I know, Paul Martin, you don't like superhero and superhero battles, but we can add some kind of component to it where they have no choice but to scrap. What we got here? Cage had a jacket that was treated by. Why don't he just hit up T'Challa? Because he likes wasting money on shirts, on t-shirts and jackets and hoodies and stuff. He's an African American. We like to spend money. Maybe that's the problem. Paul Martin said, Kamoyo, do you know Cage had 4 on-panel exposures to the Power Man process? Yeah. I'd love to see T'Challa get exposed to that process, even if maybe we could do something like this. Here's a storyline. We got him out in the intergalactic empire, surveying his lands, this, that, and the third. And there's a process that he gets treated to so that he's able to breathe in outer space, and he gleans it from the Luke Cage technology because, T'Challa knows practically everything, and he's read the notes on it, and he can replicate the process, and he replicates the process in himself. And maybe because the heart-shaped herb is in him, at some point it kind of negates the effects, but he is actually able to possess steel hard skin and superhuman strength, along with his agility and senses that the heart-shaped herb give him. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see how T'Challa would handle somebody like Terax. Um, I'd like to see how T'Challa would handle somebody like the Champion, Trico Slaterus. I would love to see that. And there's a couple other cosmic characters I'd like to see T'Challa mix it up with before, going back to his normal T'Challa self. I think that'd be a great storyline. Anyway, Shango said when BP was in Ultimates, he got the White Tiger spirit and it allowed him to fight the cosmic entities. What the hell happened to that plot? You know what happened, Shango. We can't have a black man that powerful. We already gave y'all Blue Marvel, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't want to do that. So, yeah, can't have too many powerful Negroes running around. It might give folks ideas in real life. And that might be, no, not yet. T'Challa meets Darth Vader. I'd like to see that video. Superpower beatdown. Death battle. Black Panther versus Darth Vader. Yeah, if Batman can prep like that, imagine what T'Challa would be able to do. Kamoyo say, I wish Cage would get more props for his fighting skills against stronger opponents. T'Challa is due for a power upgrade. Yeah, because everybody thinks he's peak human. Need to go ahead and make him more superhuman than he already is. I'd love to see him be able to give Spider-Man a go. Just toe-to-toe, blow for blow. You know what I mean? Well, it wouldn't be blow for blow if he got on vibranium weave. Shango said, man, D-Real, all our ideas are the same. Great minds, brother. Great minds. Kamoyo Kid say, Grand Madam Anakin would get faded. Gold Tiger said, or figure out a way to enhance the vibranium to cosmic level. That's a great idea, too. A lot of times when people get powerful, it's never lasting. I know in Avengers Alpha, we finally got to see Star Panther, the superhuman version of T'Challa, flex a little bit, but not enough for my taste. You know what I'm saying? He should have got at least a whole half an issue to do what he does. I'd love to see an Avengers story or a What If or something like that, where all we get to see is the Star Panther. You know what I mean? That would be, or make 616 T'Challa the Star Panther, if not temporarily. You know what I'm saying? Love to see them powers get flexed the way they deserve to get flexed. He'd be a whole problem. Mario said with Wakandan tech and his ability, why hasn't T'Challa just upgraded himself? Plot armor or the lack of? Paul Martin, could we get a Marvel version of World's Finest with Black Panther and Blue Marvel? A miniseries at least. He did. It was called The Ultimates. You talking about just exclusively. I get it. We already got y'all mimic them too much, or y'all mimic each other too much. So if you said it gives me World Finest vibes, Blue Marvel and Black Panther, Blue Marvel and Black Panther, Blue Marvel and Black Panther, Black Panther and Blue Marvel. It does have the ring of a 70s comic book. And get somebody like John Byrne to draw it. Yeah, John Byrne. Yeah, I'd enjoy John Byrne drawing that. I'd enjoy that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would be dope. That would be very, very dope. And I would love to see more of those Wakandan martial arts in comics. You know, the way T'Challa tuned up Moon Knight, you know what I'm saying? During that run in Jason Aaron's book, man, the pictures, man, he was putting it on Mark Spector's head. I mean, though, I just and can we, since I saw on Theo's live yesterday, he whipped out the Dora Milaje handbook. Can we get a Wakandan martial arts handbook sometime in the not too distant future? Now that would be something, ladies and gentlemen, and we would know, and get some a few folks, that's versed in martial arts and know how to do stuff. He whipped out. Pause. You know what I mean. Get it out of the gutter. Get it out of the gutter. Get it out. Don't be bottom feeding. Anyways, though. Speaking, I know you couldn't. Speaking of martial arts, there is a show on HBO Max, whatever you want to call it, called Warrior. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have been watching Warrior, but if there is anybody in this chat that loves martial arts movies, if there is anybody in this chat that loves martial art movies and TV shows that depict the culture respectfully, accurately, y'all need to watch Warrior. Warrior is a show. First of all, Warrior is based on the writings of Bruce Lee. There's that first. Okay? Warrior is the show that Kung Fu was supposed to be when all of them Hollywood folks got together and stole Bruce Lee's idea and bastardized it and put Asian makeup on a Caucasian man and tried to pass him off as Kwai Chang Kang. Now, this character in Warrior, at least the primary protagonist in Warrior, his name is not Kwai Chang Kang. His name is Assam. Let me get these names going so that I do not mess it up, y'all. I want y'all to get all the right names. And it comes on Thursday. Matter of fact, it comes on Thursdays. All right. Let's go. Boom. Andrew Koji. That is the cat who played Kimura in Bullet Train. Y'all remember Bullet Train? He's the son. His son got killed, so he had to kill the guy that killed his son on Bullet Train. So he's that guy. The boy tough with his arts. You know what I mean? The boy is nice with his arts. And also there's a character on there named Atoy. Assam Atoy. Atoy, played by Olivia Chang, and she runs, because this is 19th century San Francisco. And she runs the local whorehouse in Chinatown. She's the madam. Don't mess with madam. That's all I'm going to say. Don't mess with madam. Madam, if you treat her hoes wrong or you treat her wrong, she gonna come see you in the night with a hoodie and a cape and a sword. That's all I'm gonna say. You know that sword play. You know that how that sword play go when the ladies get to styling with that short sword and spinning and bruh. She's a whole problem with that sword. Also, too, Jason Tobin plays young June. He's the son of the leader of the Tong in the first season, and he becomes the leader of the Tong in the second season. And that's the Tong that Assam joins because he come to America looking for his sister, just like Kwai Chang Kang did in Kung Fu. At least they kept that premise of it. And Young June, his specialty is he carries hidden knives. So when you get into a scrap and you scrap it with him, he's the jug guy. You know what I'm saying? So and also Diane Doan as Mai Ling, the sister of Assam. She's the leader of a rival Tong. Ooh, the plot thickens. Yeah, that's how it go. Also, a lot of Caucasian American characters. You know, the police chief, and you got this Irish guy, and also Hoon Lee, who we remember from the Marco Polo series as 100 Eyes, is the kind of bartering go-between guy named Chang. And those are characters you need to look for. And Joe Taslim. Did I say Joe Taslim is in this series? Yes, Joe Taslim is in this series playing Lee Young, who is the lover and co-leader of the rival Tong. You may remember him from The Raid. You may remember him as Sub-Zero in the most recent Mortal Kombat movie. Bruh, I'm telling you, the martial arts in this movie, Raid level. No, I ain't stutter. The martial arts in this show, because it's HBO Max, Raid level. Folks is getting cut. Folks is getting stabbed. Arms is getting snapped. Legs is getting, bruh. They going full. We doing it. If you like your martial arts hot blazing and in your face, you need to watch Warrior. They are in their second season right now. I think they are about to finish the second season because the events that are going on in season 2 look like they're coming to a head and are about to end. But this is a very, 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 very good jumping on point. If you like martial art, it's grown. It's grown. Lot of language, lot of sexual intercourse. A whole lot of sexual intercourse. A lot of stuff takes place at the whorehouse. So, of course, there's sexual intercourse. Assam falls in love with more chicks than James Bond. So, of course, there's going to be intercourse. Real. I give it. That's D-Real's rating. I give it a 10. You will find very little that you don't like about the show. We can talk about it another time if y'all want to, but I guarantee you will find very little about that show that you don't like. Season 2, Shannon Lee, the daughter of Bruce Lee, makes an appearance, one episode. Also, she's one of the executive producers on the show. So you know they being respectful to Bruce Lee's material because his daughter's like. So there you go. What y'all saying about it? Shango, I want to see more of the cultures of different tribes of Wakanda, like the Lion tribe, crocodile. Okay, me too. I'd like to see a layout for the Golden City. I think they got a few of those, Grand Madam. Kamoyo say I'm gonna start Warrior this weekend. Actually, since I finished some other shows. Please do. You will be glad you did. Diabolical say I've been meaning to watch that. You should. Paul Martin said, I only saw the trailer for Warrior. Wonder if the main actor should have been cast as Shang-Chi. If you were trying to give Shang-Chi a young look, nah. But Andrew Koji's like late 30s, mid 30s, late 30s. He's born in 87. So mid to late 30s. Not a young Shang-Chi, but if Shang-Chi studied in a Shaolin temple all his life, like he was supposed to have in the movie, then we wouldn't have that. We wouldn't have that problem. What else? Come on, you'll say blade work is my thing. Now I am hyped. Toy is nice. She's nice with it. Also, Toy trains a couple of the prostitutes to, you know what I'm saying? So we got problems. don't be messing with the hoes around here because they fight. And it done been more than 1 or 2 episodes where somebody came back to the whorehouse or was in the whorehouse acting up, and she came in, and I mean, she got on like the dragon lady outfits, you know, the sexy dragon lady outfits with the heels, and got her hair up in the thing, and she like, don't y'all come up in my spot with this foolishness. You know what I'm saying? And I see she kicked the dude off of, like, you know, the top, like, you know, they got them long stairs and, you know, bars and saloons, and then you go up around some steps, and they got the fighting up here. She kicked my man off the top of one of them, and he fell on the table, and now he don't walk right and talk right. They are not playing in this show, dude. I'm telling you. Another dude, his face off. Bruh, just watch Warrior, y'all. Just watch Warrior. Graham Madam said there needs to be a Golden City model set. Yeah. Oh, Graham Madam, there needs to be a Golden City. Yeah, I would get it. I'd love to, you know, yeah, the spires and the, you know, the shapes of the, yeah, I would love to see something like that. But also too, there is a lot of racism towards Asian people in this show. A lot. A lot of racism towards Asian people in this show. The derogatory term that the Caucasian people use for Asian people, they call them onions. Because when they come over on the boat, they didn't even get the right vegetable. You call them onions because of the smell. That's garlic, Caucasian people, not onions. It's garlic, and it's in the pores. They can't do nothing about it. So you call them an onion. But you know what? Chinese people got a derogatory term for the white people also. Because Chinese people in the 19th century had to come across the water to come to America, and they referred to the Atlantic Ocean as the pond. They call white people ducks. That's a new one. Colonizing ducks. Okie dokie. All right. Now, speaking of racist stuff, like my segues, they're pretty good today. Did you know? Well, here, let me reference it first before I get off into it. I want to get this right. This is a book that I have been reading. This book came out in 2020. I got it in my swag bag from the Wakanda Ball. Thank you, Jasmine. This is a good book. It's a good book. It's a good book. I'm about halfway through it, and it's been a good read so far. It's called Stamped: Racism, Anti-Racism, and You, by Jason Reynolds and Ibram X. Kendi. It's a lot of the excerpts, from Jason Reynolds' book Stamped. It talks about, and this is the crux of my conversation mainly, it talks about racists, anti-racists, and separatists, and how in any given situation, it is not the best practice to refer to one group of people as racist, one group of people as anti-racist, or one group of people as separatists, because we all got a little bit of all three in us. Don't believe me? Okay. A very popular maxim amongst the Black community is it is impossible for Black people to be racist. That's what I hear. Okay. It's probably considered fair, but not right from a human standpoint for people of African American ethnicity to reciprocate the behavior exhibited against them. Now, understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not cool to get all Malcolm X and by any means necessary when circumstances call for it. But walking around looking for it, actively salty about stuff to the point where you are vocalizing or you are creating an atmosphere to breed one of those three things. What y'all think about that? A racist is a person who discriminates, hates, whatever, exhibits violence, whatever, towards somebody, number one, because of the color of their skin, and number two, and most important, because they have the systematic control to effectively do so. Okay, what do we as African Americans do within the parameters of our own structure, in our own neighborhoods, in our own culture? You show disrespect, you show hate towards a person who has the same color skin as you do. You've done it systematically amongst your people. Don't you control that? It's systematic. It didn't say what system. It could be a system you control. You could be creating racism at your workplace. You could be creating racism in a recreational space. If there are enough of us and we have systematic control, I have to be careful at my improv troupe not to do that. We're predominantly African American, but there are Caucasian people in the group. There are Polynesian people in the group. I have to be mindful not to create a systematic atmosphere. Anywhere you got a bunch of us where we can agree on some stuff is a system. No? Or are y'all talking about a system where you can exhibit control? Graham Adams saying it's institutionalized by law. Don't you have control over what you say and what you do within your own system? You got control of that. We all got control of that. Have you ever said, I hate or I can't stand? Put in the word of your choice. I ain't going to do it for you. What about anti-racists? Non-blacks, not caping for us, 24/7, 365, isn't always synonymous with malice or racism. You're right. But if it affects your way of life, if it affects what you're doing, how you're living, and a lot of times, and I have to check myself sometimes, we often mistake prejudice and discrimination for racism. You can discriminate. You can. You really can discriminate. You really can be prejudiced. But I like to think prejudice and discrimination are cousins of racism. And so those are things that occur sometimes without your ability to control them. You can be discriminatory and prejudiced just because I ain't used to dealing with that. I'm not used to being around them. I'm not used to doing things that way. I'm not used to eating potato salad with raisins in it. I'm not used to eating cottage cheese just because it's cottage cheese. I need salt. Not a lot of salt, but just enough, or not even salt. Flavor. That ain't gotta even come from salt. You know what I'm saying? You could throw some rosemary, some sage on some stuff, some Mrs. Dash, and you can make some stuff taste good without salt. We just think we gotta have salt. What's going on? Okay. Diabolical Nerd say, for us, we indeed can be bigots. Thank you, Diabolical. As far as race is indeed a control thing, but it's a form of oppression. To oppress is to deny basic human right due to color of one's skin. Yeah. So if we had a faction, we do have a faction, the NFAC, the Not Effing Around Coalition. Anybody can join that. Anybody, right? But if Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier, walks up and says, hey, I want to join the NFAC, what do I have to do? Pro-black ain't anti-white. How does that work? And when we want to be separatists, how does that work? Everybody got the right to separate. Everybody got the right to say, I don't want to be around them people. But why do you not want to be around those people? Because I see no way systematically, financially, or any other kind of way that I am going to be able to rise above the level I'm at now. They are preventing that from happening. So rather than try to grow and develop within the structure of their system, I am going to leave this system and create my own. Isn't that a lot of what we do with like places like Greenwood Bank or One United Bank, or places where we go, okay, we need to make spaces for ourselves? Do we have to be mindful to make sure that those spaces aren't systematic control? Do we visit the same things upon people in our institutions? You know what I'm saying? Like if a white person went to Greenwood Bank to try to get a loan, do you think they'd be able to get it? I don't know. I'm speaking hypothetically. What y'all talking about? I get along with most unless they doing the most. Me too, Kamaya. Or one bad apple did spoil a whole bunch. Bad experience with one of a group is projected. Okay. Y'all gonna make me skip and go to a different subject just to validate this subject. We getting there slowly but surely. Years of exposure to racism, separatism, and racism may trigger one to believe as such. Thank you, Cold Tiger. Because we can identify as such and not even realize we are identifying as such. You could be anti-racist with separatist overtones. You could be racist with anti-racist overtones. But we don't control anything. Nah, but discrimination and prejudice are no better than racism because they project the wrong type of thoughts. They project the wrong type of belief system. Just like I think somebody said, judge a person based on who they are. Judge a person based on what they show you. Judge a person based on what they do. Not what somebody told you they were, or what you heard they were, or what some of them presented themselves to be. See what I'm saying? There are lazy black people, but all black people aren't lazy. There are lazy white people, but all white people aren't lazy. We have to be very careful not to generalize. And that is really, really, really not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to show you that without premeditation, you can fall into the habits of things that people say and do that can be identified as one of those three things and not really be doing it purposefully. Does that make sense? Let me see. Yep, that would be a form of bigotry. BP Party of Self-Defense did everything by the law, but even then the oppressive powers to be still stopped them. Yeah, because they didn't have systemic control. That is what I'm talking about. And shared experiences. I heard my mother say for years, I can't stand these people. I don't like these people. And she was basing it not on facts, but her specific experience. What she experienced as a child growing up in Arkansas. What she experienced when she came to Kansas City from that particular group of people. And a lot of them exert it by not and don't even know it because it often comes, are you ready? In the form of privilege. A lot of people don't even realize they are the recipients of privilege. Graham Adams says our subconscious is so compromised that we would need an anti-brainwashing session. Graham Adam, I agree, because we have not only been institutionalized, we've been traumatized. And that's a terrible combination to have. Where does racism originate? Where? Specifically, Spain, specifically. The Spanish invaded Angola, if I'm not mistaken. Took slaves. Moors. Now, we all know slavery is a terrible thing. Do you know how they made it sound beautiful? Do you know how they made it sound like it was a great thing? Do you know how they made it sound desirable? Y'all know. If you know your history, you know. They attached religion to it. I'm not enslaving you because I need you to tote that barge and lift that bell. I'm enslaving you because you are a heathen and you need Jesus. Yeah, that's how that's the genesis of it. And then there's this Spanish fellow, I forget his name, but he wrote a book. And I forget the name of it, but it's like the beauty and the greatness and all of this of slavery. That's basically what that book was. And that book spread throughout Europe. Social media, earliest form. So because it was in a book, everybody started reading it. And they reinforced it with what other book? The Bible. So you can't dispute that. That's God's work. The Puritans, the Pilgrims, the oppressed group in Europe came over to America and did what? Turned into hypocrites. Soon as they got here, started oppressing people. Pirate ship attacked the ship down in the Caribbean and took the slaves. Took those slaves up to Virginia. Guess who bought them? At the same time, we killing Indians. And around the same time, we introducing the theory of race. And it ain't because of race, it's because of class. But you can't get upset and fight over class because class is not a color thing. Poor white people, poor black people. You know how you make the poor white people go against the poor black people? Privilege. You give the poor white people privilege. Now the law says I am better than you, and that if I want to, I can punish you randomly. I ain't even got to ask. Enter chattel slavery. That's what you get. That's what you got. You see what I'm saying? It originated in Spain with them guys kicking propaganda because they were jealous. Because the Ivory Coast was so rich and they had so much money and they had so much gold and they had so much of this and that and the other thing. Spanish folk was like, I got to take that. I got to make that mine. I'm jealous. I'm a hater, but I'm a hater with a bunch of guns and an armada. When you're ever wondering where that systematic control originated, in a nutshell, I just gave you the short version. So, if we show people that it is about class and not color, That's how you affect change. Because once the factions unite, then you can turn your attention towards the actual culprits, the powers that be, the powers in this country that maintain the status quo from 1610. That same thought process, not necessarily slavery, but that same thought process. That don't make no sense. Read some books, man. Where we at? Kamoyo Kid said they dehumanizing us a lot. Graham Adams said DeSantis made slavery sound like it was on the job training. That guy's a nut. He's a moron. And if we get another moron in the White House, I do not know what's gonna happen. Cornel West, he probably shouldn't have ran with the Green Party because he ain't gonna get enough votes. Oh well, gonna be that bull crap again. Paul Martin said, Kamoyo, they didn't get or care that Jesus would disapprove of the dehumanizing. Yeah, because they are too busy putting themselves on a pedestal and kissing their own ass. Cole Tiger said, I was caught off guard with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You may want to elaborate on that, Cole Tiger. You might want to elaborate on that. Diabolical say, look up every country in Africa and see the religion. Every single one of them religions started at same time they were colonized and enslaved. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. It's so tedious. It's so tedious, man. We need a group of people to come together and just make that do what it do. How can we do that? The Black Avengers. The Black Avengers could change that situation, couldn't they? Who are the Black Avengers, you might ask? I did a video back in 2021 where I talked about the Black Avengers and who I would have on my roster of Black Avengers. Well, your kids say Paul was never about Jesus. Yeah, it was never about Jesus, but Jesus was the vehicle used to perpetuate it. And classism was the technique used to turn poor white people against Black people. Because the poor white people who were farmers weren't making as much as the rich white people who were using Black people as slaves. But anyway, we talking about the Black Avengers, y'all. We talking about the Black Avengers. Come with me. Leave this racism and prejudice and come with me to Earth 1985, a place where the Spanish never went to Angola and took slaves, never went anywhere in Africa and took slaves, because in Africa, they weren't having it. The development and growth of Africans in both defense and culture were equal. So knowing they should not focus all of their energy on knowledge. Knowledge is something that should be focused on, but that's not what the Africans in that country did. Africa became a superpower on Earth 1985, much similar to the Earth that the Sphinx altered in New Warriors. Very similar to that. So it wasn't a Syrian empire, but an African American empire, if you will. And that's part of the story. If y'all ever want to hear the whole thing, I could probably spend a whole live regaling you with the built universe of 1985. Okay. What is Kamoyo Kid talking about? Come with me, Black Avengers, come and see. What do you have here now showing us in this live? La da da da. I'm gonna show you in action figure form the revised Black Avengers of Earth 1985. Okay. They're very powerful. The Sphinx was a dope villain, Paul Martin. Heading up that crew. Well, of course, y'all knew that. Y'all knew T'Challa was gonna be heading up the crew. Now, this is the T'Challa that I have. It's kind of, some people don't like it because of that black and blue highlight. But now, as far as effects, diabolical, as far as effects and putting that in some light, the right kind of light, that shows up cool. He's the mind. He's the brains behind the operation, or at least some of the brains, as we will find. So, T'Challa, Black Panther. Next up in this squad, yeah, we gotta have us a Dr. Voodoo, because on this earth, Stephen Strange, he's not the sorcerer supreme. This man with his mastery of the lower, and well, not mastery of the lower, but ability to effectively communicate and utilize the lower along with other mystic arts. Okay, that's that. Who else we got? Okay, bear in mind, everybody in the Black Avengers is not from the Marvel Universe. And the first character that does not hail from the Marvel Universe is Eason Rand, also known as Sunman. Yeah, Sunman from the Masters of the Universe is the black powerhouse in the crew, and he gets his powers much like Superman from the sun. I like that fade. His fade's clean, ain't it? So think He-Man with all of the good stuff He-Man don't got. It's not Sunman. Yeah. And from the Milestone universe, Icon and Rocket. So that's two powerhouses on one squad. Oh my goodness, who's stopping them? And that is, if I do say so, the better utilization of a Riri Williams. There you go. So there's Icon and Rocket. They are in the Black Avengers. Who else? Who else is holding it? I'm glad you mentioned that, Paul Martin. No one is checking for him. That's not true. I was checking for him. Now, I ain't crazy about this version of Adam Brashear, and I'm thinking about popping his head sculpt off and putting it on a Sentry body and painting that blue and white, and kind of giving him that reminisce Blue Marvel look, but without the I'm hiding my blackness mask. So yeah, how could we have a Black Avengers and not have Adam Brashear as part of that squad? It's the 1985, y'all. This is how we get down in the 1985. Now hang on. I'm about to show y'all a new one. This is another custom I've been working on. It is a work in progress. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Nubia, or at least the 1985 version of Nubia. Like that? Is that not clean? I'm going to paint the boots gold. I've got that metallic gold paint, as you can see, and then I'm gonna throw that metallic gold plate on the van braces, and we gonna call her good, y'all, and she'll be ready for action real soon. And she's got that spear. Bask in the Nubianness. Do I got action figures? Baby, I got action figures. I got action figures for days. I got action figures for days. And we need an energy wielder, someone who wields energy effectively. Thank you, Kamayo. I like it too. But I've always liked this character. Bam! It is the Jason Rush Firestorm. So he got some wings on him, man, don't he? He's buff, ain't he? He works out. So yeah, he gonna be doing that Adam Eve type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I recognize the molecular structure of everything, and I can change it. So, and I like that fire. Look at that fire. It's kind of translucent on his head. I like that. That is so clean. That is a clean Firestorm figure. You know what I'm saying? Where's the wifey Monica? Sad story, bro. Monica Rambo on 1985. They don't get their happily ever after. And they run about 5 or 6 at a time, and then the rest of them are kind of reserved or they have to call in. And then lastly, but certainly not least by any stretch of the imagination, bringing up the rear, but not being in the rear with the Black Avengers. Bam! They said, what? You just went all the way live with it. Yes, I did. That's the OG spawn. That's the OG spawn. You know why that's the OG spawn? Watch the eyeballs. Wait. See him? See that glow in him? See that glow? You got that glow. And this is what I like about this one, y'all. That joint goes live, don't it? Remember that? This joint goes live, don't it? Remember that? Spawn hitting them like that. Y'all better leave Al Simmons alone. Gonna have problems with that guy. You're gonna have problems with that guy. There you go, bruh. Now, that's the Black Avengers, y'all. Do you think folks are giving the Black Avengers on Earth 1985 problems? Probably not too many. So the planet is a lot more peaceful than what you might expect when you got, that's just one group running around. But there are insurgents and ne'er-do-wells in every reality. So we're working on it. It's a work in progress. And here's the baddies. The Serpent Society. Madam Viper, whatever you want to call her. Remember that time when she turned Ronald Reagan into a lizard monster? Yeah, this is her. She's evil. And then we got your boy Cottonmouth. And of course, as we already experienced, your boy, the Big Puff Adder. And Rock Python. And of course, head them up. Cobra. Not that Cobra. This Cobra. Serpent Society. Earth 1985. So, what y'all think about that? Coming soon to something near you, and you're going to enjoy it thoroughly. I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all can drop your questions, comments, whatnot in the chat. But I'm gonna close this out with other things I got going. Okie doke. Now, as you know, we customizing things. And I'm always put my customized touch on something, you know what I'm saying, as you can see, and make it just a wee bit different than what the other cat has got out there. My man Theo, he had touched on something yesterday in his live, and he was saying black head sculpts. Black head sculpts. Black head sculpts. Bruh, are y'all ready? This is what your man. I want to make sure I got them all. So when I bust y'all across the head with them, y'all going to be like, is he ever going to stop? No. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Okay. Black head sculpts. Perfectly good head sculpt in there. Take that joker out. Paint over that domino white eye dot. You got a sexy superheroine with a fro. That's one. Bruh. Did y'all know Hasbro does Fortnite figures? Did y'all know Hasbro does them? I'm not saying did you know that Hasbro does. I'm saying were you aware that they were made by Hasbro? Blackhead sculpt. Blackhead sculpt. Blackhead sculpt. Blackhead sculpt. Blackhead sculpt. Blackhead sculpt. You know, I was thinking about making with that head. Do y'all remember Tiger Jackson from Tekken? He's like the alternate character that you can use Eddie Gordo style with. Yeah, Tiger Jackson. I will probably make him into a Tiger Jackson. Okay. Blackhead sculpts. Are we done? Hells no. Black head sculpt. Hey, like what? Not quite black, but could definitely pass for. It's my story. Sticking to it. Another Blue Ranger that's black. What are the odds? Another black head sculpt. They like, dang, how many black head sculpts is D-Real gonna show? I got one. Well, no, I don't. Remember Aisha? Black head sculpt. Black head sculpt. They just coming. Keep coming. I was thinking about not getting that one, but I went on ahead and got it anyway. I don't like that look on his face overall, but a black head sculpt is a black head sculpt, right? And since we're talking about black head sculpts that are wrestlers, not a black head sculpt. You are right, Kamoyo. They probably would. But here's my real plan. And I think I told this to Theo in the comments. I am going to get some more jades, at least about 5 or 6 of them, and I'm going to repaint them into my Femazon army. Ooh, you know, take some of them and paint their hair a different color, maybe give them a black color, a red color. Bruh, tell me them Femazons ain't gonna be banging. And you know what I didn't know about AEW figures and a lot of them wrestling figures in general? The knee pads come off. That means you can get full articulation of that leg. I did not know that. Color me educated. I told you in the description of this live, I'm gonna be teaching and I'm gonna be learning stuff too. So I learned some stuff today. That is what's going on with you, man. So when you don't get fully completed projects, I don't know. Did everybody get to see that Count Nefaria at the top of the hour? And I put the cloth cape on it. Did y'all get to see that? Yes, no, maybe. All right, I'll give y'all one more for the road. That is my Lucino Nefaria. Now I know that the strap goes across his chest, and I was thinking about altering that, but the jury's still out. The jury's still out. But yeah, that's that's what you could do with a little bit of paint and some patience. And that's what I did, y'all. I made it do what it do, and I'm gonna keep making it do what it do. What's happening? Diabolical said Willie Hudson got that glow. Yep. Paul Martin said Cat's gonna be scared of them Black Avengers. Yeah, they should be. Cold Tiger said, now that's plot. That's more armor than plot for you. Made it that way. So when the Black Avengers get laid out, trust and believe it's gonna be by somebody with a lot of planning, a lot of power, or both. So we will strive to pit them against foes worthy of their demeanor. Curb stomp. Trying to. So you know what I'm saying? So when they do face Galactus or something like that, bruh, they up to the task, or equal to the task, or able to hang. You know what I'm saying? Do we have a celestial? Has Marvel Legends put out celestials yet? I mean, like some like actual size celestials. I ain't talking about that anyway. Them Power Rangers, yeah. Paul Martin says should have had a live action Nefaria in MCU. Oded, Fair, or Pedro Pascal. If Pedro Pascal can talk with an Italian accent, that would probably work because Count Nefaria is Italian. Lucino Nefaria is his name. So yeah, that sounds Italian if you think about it. Lucino Nefaria. Maybe Count Nefaria could be a foe for the Black Avengers. Ooh. I'd like to see that squabble. Wait, I can see that squabble, can't I? Anyway, Black Avengers folding the multiverse. Possibly. Paul Martin said, Kamoyo, Mighty Avengers and Ultimates were kind of Black Avengers. Kind of. At the very least, they were the melanated Avengers. For sure. You know, they threw in Kalu and White Tiger and a couple other folks for some diversity of pigmentation, if you will. But that was a good run. I enjoyed Luke Cage and the Mighty Avengers. But yeah, we working with something a little different over here in 1985. Got a little crew for Misty Knight and her girls. That is where you will see Monica Rambeau with Misty Knight and her squad of crews. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Daughters of the Dragon got a little bit more expanded in the 1985. So the Daughters of the Dragon they more than a duo. On Earth 1985, the Daughters of the Dragon are a quintet. That's 5, right? Quintet. Yeah, quartet's 4. Quintet. Yeah, they are a quintet in the 1985, and they way more powerful than the Daughters of the Dragon in the 616. If the Daughters of the Dragon in the 616 and 1985 squared up, it would not be good for Misty and Colleen. Let's just put it like that. It would not be good for Misty and Colleen. But look here, y'all. We're at the point where we do Q&A. Are there any questions y'all have that's been on your mind about current events, about comics, just in general, that you want to ask? Get off your chest. Holla at your mans and them. Holla at your mans and them. You know what I'm saying? Preguntas. Give me the preguntas, por favor. If you got them. That girl got abs, don't she? She got abs out of this. She got man abs. That girl is rippled. Yeah. Them gonna be my femizons, bro. I'm gonna get about 5, 6 of them because I got that one for like $11, man. I'm gonna get a couple more of them. Who knows? I might even throw Sasha Banks in there. Sasha Banks ain't built like Jade, though. But we don't want them all to have 6-packs, do we? Voyage of the Demeter spoiler-free take. I could do that. If you haven't watched the video yet, it is an original take on a predictable tale. And by doing so, made not so predictable. That makes sense? You know, in my video, I say they Hollywoodized this segment of the tale. I don't know how much you know about Voyage of the Demeter, and I don't want to say too much, but okay, that's fair. You haven't seen the film yet, so you didn't watch the video. Okay, that is fair. That is fair. It's not terrible. That's the best way to describe it. It's not Oh, you know what it's based on. Okay, so if you know what it's based on, all right, it is very difficult, and I think they had a very difficult task of taking a segment, and if you've read the book, what that information is gleaned from is a very small segment of the book and make that into an entire movie and still try to follow canon for the most part. That's already hard to do, period. But they did it, and as I said, it's not terrible. That's best I can give it. It's not terrible. It's not. It's really not terrible. What you hear and what the numbers and all of that, it does not quantify what the movie is. Okay. Who rounds out your top 5 favorite Black superheroes after T'Challa? Top 5? You just saw a couple of them. In no particular order. You said besides Black Panther. Well, hell. Top 5. So, if you saw that, Blue Marvel icon, Storm Luke Cage. Jon Stewart has recently kind of failed in my ratings. I still dig Jon Stewart, but he's fallen out of the top 5 lately because I ain't been doing nothing with him. And Luke Cage is in danger of falling out of my top 5 too. So, yeah, there you go. Those were very, 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 very good questions, Paul Martin and Kamoyo Kid. What I would like to start doing next live to encourage y'all to ask questions and kind of, bolster the Q&A session, I will offer to send a free gift. I ain't gonna say what the free gift is, but I will offer to send a free gift to anybody who asks a good question. Paul Martin said mine is Photon Cage, Black Goliath, War Machine. War Machine is starting to grow on me. He is. I'm digging him. He's got some things going on for him too. Also, on Earth 1985, you will be pleased to know, or not so pleased to know, there is no Tony Stark. James Rhodes is the super smart guy that devised those armors in the 1985. Gray said, "What are my thoughts on the Blind Side Revelations? Have not seen it yet. So I have not formulated an opinion yet, but it's coming. Please believe. It's on my radar. Let's put it like that. It's on my radar. So that too is a very good question. Now, that it, y'all. We are at the 2 hour and 2 minute mark. So if you got something you want to get off your chest, by all means, party people, any place to be. Spit it out. Spit it out. Oh, I am going to go and see Blue Beetle tonight. So I might give y'all an out of the theater reaction on Blue Beetle. You know what I'm finding? People talk trash about movies, and what is that based on? It's based on what they think, and what people think is what? An opinion. What's an opinion? Something everybody got. So when y'all see these really crap reviews about movies and stuff like that, don't just take it on faith that that's trash. Because I got a feeling Blue Beetle is not going to be as bad as everybody make it out to be. Paul Martin said he going to see it on Sunday. Come on, your kids, you're gonna go see it this weekend. I'm gonna go see it tonight. Because me and the missus, we got some time off, so we've been QTing it up. And we're gonna go do that Blue Beetle thing, and I will probably let y'all know out of theater what it is like or what it isn't like. Great, you say you checking it out. Okay, y'all. So great minds think alike. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. It's not an MCU movie, so I go rock with that. Kamoyo say, I think Blue Beetle will be DC's Spider-Man. I hope so. I hope so. That would work really well for them. They need that. Now, if they elevate Blue Beetle to the status of a flagship character, you know what? It's fodder for more videos. If you elevate Blue Beetle to a flagship character based on this movie or whatever, yeah, I'm going to have a whole lot to say. Just fuel. And we know Buckmeister is going to have a whole lot to say too. So, yeah, I hope y'all do try to do that. Jaime Reyes was designed to be DC's Spider-Man. I thought the Ronnie Raymond Firestorm was designed to be DC Spider-Man. But be that as it may, whatever. Kamayo said DC doesn't have a young protagonist in its films since Ezra ruined Flash. That he did, my dog. That he did. I am beyond upset about that because Flash, where's Flash? Flash, I just saw Flash. He must have ran off somewhere. Flash is my dude. I was showing Flash earlier. Wait a minute. I got so many action figures laying around. Good Lord. Jesus on a bicycle. Where'd Flash go? Did he run off? Oh. Flash with that smirk. I like that smirk. I like that figure. That's a nice figure. You know what I'm saying? It's got the toe bends. You know what I mean? See a little toe bend right there. So you could put him in there really, break down and run pose like he, digging, digging in. You know what I mean? So yeah, we gonna have some fun, y'all. I may or may not be doing an interview this weekend with a celebrity comic book writer. So if you're around Sunday, you may want to tune in for that. Anyway, what else we got in the comments? Strays looks funny too. DC Babs got some Babs, John Stewart, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. Were you live Wednesday? I tuned in, but that wasn't you. I was not live Wednesday. That's Theo's night. You know what I'm saying? I'm respectful of the established nights that people establish for their lives, and I don't try to step on their toes with random lives. Yeah, I said it at the beginning, and I'm saying it at the end of my video. Paul Martin said we all look the same. Kamoyo Kids say the radio show. Oh yeah, I was not in the studio Wednesday. I actually had I had a dental appointment and my baby had a dental appointment. So I had to go to a dental appointment and I had to take my daughter to a dental appointment. I mean, it was just routine, bite wing, x-rays, teeth cleaning, that kind of stuff, nothing major. But I like to stay up on my dental hygiene. So there you go. Dental hygiene over radio show. But I will be back next Wednesday, y'all. Don't fret not. I will be there. Y'all keep tuning in for the radio show. Yeah, it was different because I asked them, hey, can y'all put something up? I don't know what they put up because of course I was at my appointment, so I didn't get a chance to hear what was on there. They probably just let that weird radio show play. Well, I ain't gonna call it weird. I'll call it alternative. There you go. But I will be back next week. That is 106.9 KONR outnorthradio.com. Black Business Mixer Fire Night Show. Y'all tune in 10 o'clock a.m. Alaska time on Wednesdays. That would be 2 o'clock Eastern and 11 o'clock Pacific. So tune in, music, news you can use, all that stuff. Y'all, Mario said he half-ass played some black music. Now you gonna make me go back and listen to it and see what they did. I hope they didn't bastardize my hour. I hope it didn't run y'all off. I will be back next week. I promise I will be back on the radio next week. Don't go nowhere. Matter of fact, I hype it up Tuesday night and let y'all know I'm gonna be on the radio Wednesday morning, so y'all can make sure, or Wednesday afternoon, depending on where you at, and to make sure y'all tune in. All right. Look here, y'all. It's about 2 hours and 10 minutes in. I have done the damn thing. We have done the damn thing. You say you could tell it wasn't me. Of course not. They don't got my pizzazz. They don't got my style. They don't got my swiznag, baby. They don't do it like the D-Real does it. But anyway, the D-Real has done it for this live, and that's gonna do it. Look at that. And I'm about to get up out of here, man, because I got to start getting ready, head out to the theatre so we can check out this Blue Beetle flick. I appreciate y'all, all the people that rock with me in this live. Y'all know who y'all are: the Pauls, the Grays, the Camoyos, the Theo B's, the Grand Madams, the Ketas, all of y'all that rock with me. I appreciate y'all coming in here, because y'all could have been somewhere else. That's right. You could have been somewhere else watching somebody else, but y'all not. Y'all was here rocking with me. I do so appreciate it. Shouts out to the family of social media providers that I know a lot of y'all rock with. Of course, first and foremost is my man Theo B. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. He does a live on Wednesdays, night before me. Y'all make sure y'all rock with that. My man Chillmonger over there north of the border, putting it down like 1,000 pounds with videos and news that you use. I suggest y'all rock with him, and he's all about that diversity thing. And if you say he's not, he'll fight you on it. My man Josh and Marcus at Back of the Bus doing what they do, giving that informative slant, giving that outraged Negro slant. Young OGs, young lions, keep doing what y'all do. I love what y'all do. I cannot forget Blues House. You know what I'm saying? He got some new flavor. He's a different kind of flavor. OG. And all the OGs that's up in this squad, man, y'all better represent. Y'all better check them out. Give them some love. Show them something. Also, as well as, other folks that rock with us, my man Nico Bean and the rest that love us and rock with us. We appreciate y'all. Feel free anytime. Come over here. The water's fine. Y'all want to do live? We can do all that. Holla at your man and them. But Dick, I'll be coming at y'all with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good to each other. And check out the latest video that I just put up today. It's up right now. It's called The Hardest Wolverine Has Ever Been Punched. The hardest punch Wolverine has ever had. Check that video out. The answer will probably surprise you. My OGs probably ain't surprised about it, but a lot of y'all gonna be like, really? I challenge you to find a time when he was hit harder. That's it. I'm out. Y'all stay up. Be good to each other. Peace.